You just think we go fishing all the time. I believe this is the first ever documentary about what goes on behind the scenes of a fishing brand. It ain't just on the bank. There's lots of on the bank stuff, but also all the juicy bits of product development, the bait making, the range, so much, the team, all of the ugly stuff, the blood, sweat and tears that you don't get to see. You just see the glory, but now you're gonna see the pain. Hamidi's snow fishing disaster class. Oh yes, I'm excited. A winter session in Holland. We are going to Glory Hole. Is that bad, saying Glory Hole going to Holland? No, it's Glory Lake, but I'm going to call it hopefully Glory Hole if we have some success. Buzzing for this. Something about winter fishing. It's freezing, it's cold, but the smell, the atmosphere, just the whole element of it just gets me buzzing. Oi, can you see the windmills? Look, 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 windmills, windmills. Windmills can only mean one thing. We are in Holland, baby. Glory Lake, just on dusk. The old boat needs a bit of bailing out, look at that. Now, most people would be tired now and they'd be thinking, do you know what, let's just go to bed and then get started tomorrow. But no, we're gonna mix some bait and we're gonna go out in the boat at night and we're gonna look to see if we can see them on the live scope. And if we do, we might even put down a marker pole. And even if we do that, we might add some bait. So I am gonna prepare some bait. These break down really slowly. There you go, look at this. That didn't take long, did it? Just a little bit of crumb, that's gonna be a nice dusting. A little bit of corn, a little bit of corn. Don't be shy. That's my little secret concoction hemp recipe. I know a lot of people go mad in the winter thinking it's all about the maggots, yeah? But really it isn't, because to be honest, when they go into water that's 4 degrees, they're not wriggling anymore. They're like, it's like the Madame Tussauds of maggots. That's a maggot in 4 degrees of water. Soluble goodness. There's lots of crumb, there's pellets, there's residue, and that will, you know, even if all the big bits got eaten, that's going to leave a legacy on the lake bed and keep fish in the area. So even though it's late, even though it's been a long drive to Holland, had plenty of coffees, plenty of chats, if you're a grafter, you're a grafter. And if you want success, you've got to put it in. So we're going to get out in that boat. If I see an opportunity, if I see a spot where I think there could be fish, I'm going to put a marker pole down, I'm going to put some bait around it, and tomorrow morning, or as they say in Spain, in mañana, vamos! I absolutely love it. Gabby, get in here. We absolutely love it. Me and him together, honestly, you could talk about the best strike forces, teamwork. I liken us to Steven Gerrard and Fernando Torres, one of Liverpool's finest combinations. What, any Romanian good combinations?
I don't even remember.
Georgie Hadji and who was it?
Georgie Hadji, but that...
And that was about it?
Yeah.
Anyway, Georgie Hadji. Yeah, but don't forget Georgie Hadji and Little Hadji. Come on, let's go put some bait out. I'll take the camera, all right? See you later, gents. Right, so this is the live scope from Garmin, and if we get over the right areas, is the depth set to 8 meters, and we could quite possibly on this see the carp swimming about, and if we do, I'll show you. It's exciting. Carp found, carp found. Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a spot. The next morning, it was time to finally get the rods out. Classic blend D-rig, eyed bait screw, but if you have a look there, that's our long distance hook bead and dog bone sinker that's been created into a weighted shot on the hook, if you like, but just a single moulding, so like an ingenious way of doing it to make it really easy to use. And I've just moulded a tiny bit of blend putty there
to counterbalance the weight of the hook bait and make that hook point really heavy. And obviously, along with a magic wand, that is a serious bit of technology.
Don't worry, I'm not putting all this out, but I was getting these 2 rods ready to go out all at the same time, and I love feeling them down onto the spot just to judge that the echo matches what I'm feeling. Little lift, little drop, bosh, that'll do. Little splosher bait, that's all that's going out.
So 3 rods pretty much on the same mark, basically tramline fishing with a boat, all on that same marker pole. Good buffet of bait, not committed to one type. All the hook baits are similar with the little pop-up, half a pop-up, cut down, load of maggots on the top. I suppose just start with something, trying a few different rig bits out that I've got to test, because we want to bring them out at some point, so you've got to be using them on the biggest stages.
As the afternoon set in, I decided to start exploring the right-hand side of the swim. This had a really interesting margin, not as much fish activity on the live scope there, but still, I wanted to put another 3 rods out because this is actually a double swim, and with Chris and Omar there as well as support, we wanted to explore as much of this very interesting lake as possible. A few sloshes of bait, and then also behind me, going into the shallow part of the lake, Gabby was going to put his rods out also. And then once all that was done and we got our rods out, I decided to spot a few with the new black pearl spod rods, just a little trickle over where I put the rods in the morning, just to see if I could stimulate some of the fish that are clearly still roaming around on the live scope, to get them interested and maybe get them down to the bottom. Not a lot of bait, just a little trickle to see if I could entice some activity.
This is what we've woken up to. A very snowy Glory Lake. Tough conditions, but all the more rewarding if you catch one.
With these very weird conditions, it was definitely time to try a method that I love in cold weather, and that's the zig rig.
I'm using a zig with the magic wand. I'm actually not going to set the wand. The reason I'm using the wand on a zig rig is to give me that absorption when I'm playing the fish, so that if the lead stays on, I'm not playing the lead, and that constant contact with the fish remains because of the inner braid on the magic wand. Hamidi's Snow Fishing Disaster Class. Now we've got the official black pearls out. Look at the difference. Look at the difference in the cork. Oh yeah. Look at the difference. OMC customized made. Look at the difference in colour. Look at the branding. Now we're talking, baby. Now we're talking. Nice bit of tension in the line on zigs, because indication is different. So you want a good bit of tension, so if you get a drop back or that lead moves at all, you know something's happened, because it's not your standard bite. So we have, when I really measured it against this 12-foot black pearl, I think we're starting with a 7-foot zig, and I think I've landed in around 30 foot of water. So it should be putting us in that realms of, yeah, about seven meters depth, which is what I think the fish are in. 7 to 6 meters. Yeah, snow. Let's go. Big temperature drop, air pressure as well, which the Dutch locals have told me isn't actually very good in Holland, which I've never been anywhere where a lower air pressure isn't good, but it's warmed up a bit now. Lots of tactical changes. One of the reasons is on the live scope, when you go out in the boat, and because of the rain we haven't been able to show you, because we couldn't fear risking damaging the camera equipment out in those big rainstorms. The fish are basically anything between 4 meters down to sort of 8 meters, but they're up and down. and they're clearly not feeding because we have not seen or heard a fish jump out. Fish often jump out when they're clearing their gills, they've fed. We've had the odd liner. The fish are definitely on the move. They're not static, they're not balled up, but they're definitely not feeding at the minute. And I am now fishing on 3 different rods, zig rigs. And they are with something called a Zig Zombie, which is a product that OMC are developing, which is like a single moulding, a floating mould that goes on the hook. It looks like an imitation bug that fish are likely to sort of find mid-water. There is always bites to be had. I really do believe that. I'm a big believer in that. But I do think between myself, Gabby's fishing behind me on swim 3, kind of fishing to islands and different parts of the lake. So there's opportunities to be had, different depths. I'm sort of more open water. He's got snags and islands and trees. So I'm sure in amongst all of these amazing carp in Glory Lake, there is bound to be one that tips down and has a little sort of snuffle, enough to nail itself.
By the magic of media, a whole 24 hours passed with wind. But as another dawn broke and the birds swung by, news broke as Gabby poured that milk into his cup because there was a glorious Glory Lake carp in his sling. He hadn't even shouted for help, incredibly. He had just done it all himself, and we missed out on the opportunity of seeing the battle, but you could enjoy looking at some of this glory of this belting, really cold weather carp.
Go. Moment of truth. How big is our first Glory Lake carp? Mr. Gabarelli. Here we go. Oh, you're holding that? 39 pounds 2 ounces. Oi, oi, Savaloys. Lovely to see a winter fish. Different part of the lake here, islands. A little bit of sanctuary. Gabarelli using minimal bait. Smiling. Let's go, baby. Let's get this fish up. Let's have a look at it. Oh, 35 pounder in the freezing cold, but look at that. Absolute tickle. Here it is, the PB sling, mesh, and then our new special roll mat just there. And a 35 pounder to boot. From the Gabarelli in the winter. Look at that. Oh yeah, this is lovely. What an experience, boys. We're out there, we're doing it in the winter. Come on.
Don't worry, we hadn't got our maths wrong, but this was the first final sample of the PB sling, and we just hadn't deducted it when we first weighed it at 39 pounds. It was actually 35 pounds after deducting the 4 pound weight of the sling. But who cares? It was a winter bite for the Romanian stallion.
There's a nice bit of sun coming out. Look, whee! Oh, that's beautiful. It's a freezing wind though, and I'm about to leave the lake. Chris Hayden and Gabby will be on the rods. I am heading off. To continue our bait development, some final tweaks and adjustments I like to do personally with my hands, with syringes to the milligram, and then I'll be back to the lake, probably in the hours of darkness, and redo the rods and everything else. But maybe, just maybe, when I'm gone, some luck could arrive at the lake to continue Gabby's fantastic shock, surprise, overnight success. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. It's another day of events. So exciting in the bait factory now. Working to the milligram on even the finest things, even things like the pellet mixtures, getting them absolutely bang on.
Now you might be realising another reason of why we were in Holland, because KCB are the entrusted people that we wanted to work and make our bait ideas and recipes to the finest levels. Most people out there would hide where they're doing it or what they're doing, but we didn't want, with the big launch of OMC bait, for people out there to try to pretend that we've just gone and picked it from a catalogue, had no involvement and just ordered some bait. Every single part of this range has been intricately developed, from my own kitchen to start with, right through to mass production at an amazing facility in KCB. I can't explain to you, since being a kid, the buzz of bait has been a huge part of it for me. But to now see One More Cast developing the bait range and the intricate detail going into every single segment means so much. What are you saying? Are you happy with that ratio?
I would be great with it.
Yeah, I think it looks nice.
Yeah. Switch that out like this.
Beautiful. You're going to have to top it up now.
Yeah, I'm going to top it up.
That is so tasty. That's so tasty. It doesn't matter I'm blanking on the lake. I can just come and taste our bait. It's all coming together lovely. Love it. Just to give you options on the bank. That's what the new OMC bait range is all about. Ooh, what a day. Good start, seeing Gabby get off the mark. And then, because it was raining again, let me take the glasses off, this is when I get serious. Because it was raining again, I didn't go out with the crew, but I went out in the boat a bit further than where my left rods are, and just watch this footage, right? This is on the live scope Garmin technology, and I mean, if the old adage of 10, you know, in the winter being maybe even, I reckon these fish on the bottom were no more than 2.5, 3 rod lengths from where my baited area is. Unbelievable, but it just shows you that in cold water, close enough is not good enough. But I'm feeling tonight the most confident I've been. We've done a few of the rods. Gabby had left his rods out for 2 nights and it did a bite. I think something feels different. It's been a cold wind, a very cold wind, but it's slowing down again. The pressure is going up, which they reckon on this lake is a good thing. So it could be a grandstand finish. It could be a grandstand finish. All right, our kids. Hey, snowing here. Absolutely snowing, mad as you like. Here we go. 1 night to go. Will a miracle happen? You never know. It's the year of Oasis. I feel like I'm in the snowy Oasis, but you got to be in it to win it. Come on. Us carp anglers are mad, aren't we, hey? Even I'm now starting to really doubt myself. Not doubt tactics or bait or methods, but just that, will there be a carp willing to feed in this? Because if I was going to catch one, I think I would have definitely caught one by now. Because the water has got progressively colder and colder and colder. And this is definitely not going to help. Flying ice, stroke snowflakes from the sky. It's very pretty though, very pretty. You're probably getting bored of these diary cams, but the snow is beautiful. So sometimes just taking it all in, watching it fall is a privilege. Away from the fishing, away from the catching, just being out there with the elements. Oh, well, let's hope what the Dutch are saying is true, that the air pressure, this lake fishes very well in high air pressure. So my whole childhood I always preferred air pressure below 1,000, and on this lake apparently the sweet spot is between 1015 and 1022 air pressure. Now there is your interesting fact.
and we are now at 10:18. The other bit of important news is my amazing wife, who is absolutely amazing, has said stay an extra night if you have to, because she knows how desperate I am to catch on this session. But at the same time, do you know the real reason I'd love to catch one tonight? Is to get home to her and my daughter. That's the most important thing. Like, nothing else means more than that.
Alas, the extra night had made no difference. We woke up to -5 temperatures, proper frozen, and it was time to go home with my tail between my legs, but Gabby with that beautiful 35-pounder as a lovely consolation prize for the team. We'd really grafted hard, but that's what fishing can be like. It's not always glory, but we look forward to going back to Glory Lake one day, hopefully with better weather conditions. It was now time to return back to the serious graft.
So, just back from Holland and straight back into the deep end of some serious work. None of this fishing lark. So, wait till you see what we're up to in the OMC HQ, or tiny little office as we call it, where magic happens. One of our graphic designers, Adrian, is a massive hammer, and I took him to West Ham, Liverpool over Christmas. OMC graphic designer. United! And they got drilled 5-0. All right, mate. Sorry, Adrian. What's the scoreboard saying? 5-0. Scoreboard is saying Liverpool 5, West Ham 0. Our first game together, courtesy of Mark Noble. I'm very sorry. And Adrian is currently working on the hook baits covers for the tubs. There you can see the arrival of the bivvy bumper, fully packaged, for the old traditional unboxing video that will be coming. Pantone books, and then let's work our way around this table to the magician himself. We're working currently on completing the magic wand inline system for solid bags. Ginger Wizard, what do you have to show us?
We're looking at a reel and looking at the accent colours to customise it for OMC.
Okay, but this is for a very exciting project, which is going to be called, go on, you tell them.
First cast.
OMC.
First cast.
No, but what's the abbreviation of first?
FC.
OMCFC. So it could also mean a future football club.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah. On the screen here, Neil is now working. So we are going to be doing bundle packs, combos for course, carp, feeder, lure, and there will be reels, of course, in these combo packs. And we are currently working on the colour scheme and branding. Ginger Wizard, there's something else I just quickly spied on your table there at 3D. Hang on. Hello, so have you come to work today then? No, Daddy's going to leave you again in a couple. Oh, yes, you have. Clever boy. Only a couple of days to go to Den Bosch. Yes, correct. Showing the little love. This comes from mother's side. Look, this is what you do. Get everyone Costas, and you put them in front of a little little electric heater there. Keep them all at perfect temperature. I'm sure this is not the most exciting part of this film, but gives you a little glimmer. Carrying on the bait packaging today. Carrying on looking at some other samples, further concoctions of things to do on the tackle front. Detailing to do on tackle products, copy to write, spreadsheets to look at, and that's just a good bit of it.
has a 2 screws to the 4. Mixed size tubs, secured hook baits for 15.
Today was a special day because, wait there, right? So let's go from a distance. Excuse me, bold guy, would you turn your head around? That way.
Oh, the other way.
That's it, right? Okay. All right, we're gonna play a game with the audience. Hang on. Right. Can anyone guess from behind who this person is? From behind. I don't want to hear you. Who?
Very nice, isn't it?
No, you're giving too much away.
Very nice.
Right, this bald person. Can anyone guess who it is? Right. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Reveal yourself. Welcome to the OMC family, Mr. Ian Legendary. Right, no, it's all right. We've revealed, but oh yeah, you can show them back. Throw some bait packets around if you want.
No, you're right.
This isn't.
I was hiding it.
How do you feel to join this crazy family?
Honoured.
Honoured?
Yeah.
I was
mate.
expecting something more insulting from you.
No, I'm not going to do that, mate.
Not yet. Anyway.
Yeah, give me another hour.
That's the most anyone had heard you talk, but you were off camera. The legend, our commercial director, Kieran Ryder. Here he is, the Scotsman, the myth, the legend, Mikey. Mikey, come on, give it, because this is a month and a half in the life of OMC. Is the shipping on one of the most important products in our history about to happen?
That is what we are just working on.
And Mikey,
Very close.
as in, what do you mean by very close?
Very close, as in it's as close as very close can be.
What?
Any closer, it'd be very close.
Any closer would be it.
If it was that close, as Kieran says, it'd be in the van.
Oh, okay. So what does that mean? It's been picked up?
Not yet,
Very cryptic.
but it's very close.
We're referring to the bait, mate. So this is a big month. So you're seeing this film in this chaotic film of fishing, being in bait factories, in offices designing stuff. And we're going back on Mikey and his interrogation. No, I'm not happy with that. Give us more, Mikey. How close is close? When will you know?
It's that close, it's nearly Christmas close.
Okay. By the time they see this video, it'll be out, will it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, when did they see this video?
September.
What progress have we got from yesterday, Neil, on screen?
We are just literally adding the final touches to the artwork for the OMC reels.
We're working on next year's hat collection. And my poor wife, who's now also employed by One More Cast, God rest her soul, as if she weren't under enough stress already being my wife. She's now doing this. And look at the pooch, just chilling in the corner. So, Ian thought the first time we went fishing together was in the mid-90s. And then because he put a post out with a picture of me when I looked like a chubumpkin.
We'd been before then, though.
No, we hadn't really.
We had, because the first time I went with you was on Farlow's.
It was just like old times. Me and Ian just kept debating for quite a long time when it actually was last that we fished together. Two hyperactives together.
Too hyperactive at my age is dangerous.
So, very different today. Yesterday you saw the carnage in the office. Today, been back in the office first thing in the morning. Now we're at Munch Baits HQ. And we are working with Munch. They are actually helping us roll our hook baits because they've got the facility, and then working to my recipes, the exact combinations of what we've been testing for the ice cream and paella. So now the hook baits, though, are all going to be quite unique. So even though you've got the families of the two baits, the hook baits, for me, have to be standout. So we've got some very, very fine points where we're adding some, I suppose, intellectual property of myself into these to give them a very, very unique tone and note, which means even though they're the same family, the hook baits stand out amongst the pack. As you know, from a lot of the filming that I do and a lot of my fishing, that the hook bait has to be the most attractive thing in the swim. Here we go here, these are all my own little, see, signed bottles and mixtures, all done in the kitchen at home and tweaked and tested and tweaked and tested. So you can see the dates here, look, you can see where I was here during Christmas. All systems go every day, 365 days of a year. You couldn't capture that passion from everybody that goes into the OMC brand. It is relentless love for the sport and for trying to move things forward every second of every day. And ultimately, it's all about you at the end of it, smiling, holding a fish. Right, you've got America here, you've got Essex's finest. See, there's no rivalries, it's all about helping each other. Here, it's the cured hook baits going through the process. And this is really me shaking it. We're talking Trump politics apparently here with our American friends. How are you? While I'm doing the ice cream cured hook baits. Politics and carp fishing, or any fishing, do not go together. As a little boy born in a war with bombs landing on our heads, I just like the happiness of just going fishing. Let's all do the peace sign. Yeah. Peace, love and carp fishing. Stansted, here we come. A flight to Eindhoven next. Without these boys, and of course Marcel from Carp Brothers, I'm going to put it in a polite CEO way, we would have been f***ed today. But Roo Abbott, Steve Hill, take a bow in the OMC Life, because these boys have been lifers since the brand started. Been an intense day. The best way to finish an intense day is with a pizza. This is not an optical illusion. There's Steve Hill, and look, we're going to have another reveal for you.
I thought I was sure.
We've got someone. We're now the culture.
I was the tallest on OMC before you came along.
So let's talk you through now, everyone here. So the man not saying.
These three here are like 4'2".
The man not saying anything is a man who normally has quite a lot to say. Is the gentle Stefan Gentil, and there is David. How do you pronounce your surname? So they say Rossemeyer.
It's really hard to say. Yeah. You can say Rosmeyer. Yeah.
Sometimes I say Rosemeyer.
How do you pronounce it?
Rosemeyer.
Rosemeyer. You do not want to argue with this guy. If you, like that, mate, I'm not even up to his shoulders. Well, the team has grown. Den Bosch, tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. prompt. So a few minutes to go before the doors open over there on the world famous Carp Den Bosch. And here he is. This is the man who caught the Mohican on the lock hook. Maybe let's drop a shot over this little edit. Here he is. Did you dance after it?
Yeah, I jumped.
You jumped?
Like a little baby.
Yeah. Mitchko said he screamed like a little baby. The man, the creator of the greatest holiday fishery on planet Earth. 101 reel. Gonna get to be seen by the people in Europe for the first time. And this was the man who set me on that viral challenge to see if I could catch a Siamese over 100 pound. Well, I don't think he meant with a reel, with a little rod and a little reel. And it ended up being 150 pounds. Do you know that's done over 1 million views on TikTok? Yeah, over 1 million, yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. We're about to see what the biggest carp on a 5-piece by an angler being towed around in a life jacket actually is. Is this a world first? Is it a world first?
It's definitely a world's last.
A 150! I've just got a 150 pounder on the 5-piece travel run!
Push his edge me a bit out. Yeah. That's it. Oh, lovely.
You said, have we got a beer? I said, we have no beer, but all I can offer you...
This is the perfect chair to sit together, drink a beer.
Yeah.
Barbecue.
It's okay.
It's okay, it's nice.
One more shot, one more shot! One more shot! These girls are absolute diamonds. So, shows that we already know you're diamonds. But Stephanie and Wendy are absolute legends. So it's all Brett, everyone's worked hard around the hall. The consumers will never see this side of it. Everyone packing down at a huge show, every major brand in the industry here. And this is the ugly part you don't see. Hello, our very own Alan Partridge, aka Roo Abbott. Roo Abbott, Steve Hill.
Well, the Denver show is finished, but there's still loads to come, including an amazing product launch that you do not want to miss. We'll see you then.
As long as it gets delivered in time.
Oh yeah, and that.
Over and out. Den Bosch done. Next footsteps, Essex. Yes, Daddy's just filming for OMC LIFE Film, darling. I am now working through the fantastic work of Nick Warner in editing the brand new series of the Grand Fishing Adventure Underwater, and this gives you a little insight into what you have to do. So I'll turn this screen back. So what I generally do, you've got a time code here in the top left hand corner, and I work with the notes on my phone. So if I swipe that up and I'll go to my notes, you'll see there Grand Fishing Adventure notes. And I've got 2 episodes to do now, so it's going to be pretty exhaustive for the next sort of, even though they're, if you like, TV shows, and they're actually technically 44 minutes in length. One of those could take me upwards of 8 hours to make notes on. It depends how many changes there are, or how many niggles, or what I think compared to what Nick wants, because we're working remotely. Nick's an absolute award-winning general at this type of stuff. But deadlines are tight now, and this is almost like homework. That's how the process has been. And you can possibly hear in the background my baby girl wife in the other room. So back home, I can hear her in the background, and they make me laugh. They're actually talking to my mum on FaceTime, so it's nice to be home with them. But even when I am home, sometimes, you know, you're focused on work, but just hearing the atmosphere of your family in the house, when you've been away from them so much in the last couple of months, is an amazing feeling. Oh, here she comes. I think she's pushing her little pram. Chaos, yeah? OMC Chaos Live. Why, man? All right, next day. We've gone from editing TV shows to now labelling, assessment on our pop-ups before they go to magic. Here he is, King Gab. King Gab in town. Pop-ups and hook baits everywhere. I'm picking proofs. It's like going back to the start of the terminal range, just packaging and tackle everywhere. There's the wife. There's the ginger wizard. Wave wizard. Our little winter oasis, where we come often to try things, test things, and just have a little bit of peace and tranquility while we do some promo stuff. Isn't that right, Omar?
It is right.
This little winter oasis is in my mate Bazza's garden, but it is a tricky little pond, but I do go there for a bit of winter tranquility to test some products in amongst the mayhem.
It's a nice mild winter's day, you know. Doesn't need pegging down, I don't think, today. Not even going to put poles on it. This is so... I'm just going to use it as a noble. If it gets windy, I'll put some pegs in, all right? Right, so the first thing I'm going to do before I put the rigs on is I'm going to get my solid bag rig sorted, right? So what I'm going to do, get the bait mate. There you go, look, it's been... This is fresh from Den Bosch, where it's been absolutely blatted by everyone. Just going to make myself a nice little solid bag mixture. Okay, so some 14mm ice cream boilies in there. Juicy, soaked in well. In under 30 seconds is already that. Because that's what our stick mix when it comes out, our PVA bag mix is going to be, this level. So for nostalgia purposes, I'm going to use the original terminal tackle, Meta terminal tackle, all-in-one braid solid bag rig. Takes me right back to the early days of OMC. So it's got a size 6 Cassian hook on it. Look at that. It's got the dog bone sinker already on the braided hook link. And then, so what I'm going to do now is I've got a loop at the end of my main line. Right now, let's go for the loop on the end of the lead core that comes all complete. So don't forget, the all-in-one rig's range is the lead system, so that means your leader and your hook link all in one. They are a great alternative and money-saving option for those of you who just want the convenience of very well tied rigs that are exactly to the specification as I would use them. And all you've got to do is add a hook bait to that and the lead, as you can see with the all-in-one rigs, and you're fishing. That's the beauty of them. And there's so many in the range because they are, I would say, signature of what we're all about as a brand, making fishing easier for you, more convenient, and you know you're using the most effective tactics available. That's what Meta, registered trademark of ours in fishing, stands for. Got half a bait there ready for the other rig, and then I'm just gonna wet the needle, go through these little dumbbells we're bringing out pretty much specifically for this type of thing, solid bag rigs. Wafter dumbbells, fluoro mixed, so they're going to be like white and yellow together, like that tub there. Look, nice mix of white and yellow. The rain has stopped a little bit, but we're going to make a solid bag now. Okay, my solid bag top tip for you when making them, currently my hands are not the driest they should be, but is to go through with a needle at the base like that. Look, straight through one hole. Next thing, yeah, we're going to just get some of our bait mate creation. Okay, put that at the bottom. We're going to basically make our own instant paste. All you've got to do, right, with this is like basically a magical little paste formula. You can just add water to this and turn it into paste, yeah, but these are going to be called, this is going to be called nutty sauce, ice cream nutty sauce, and then you've got paella gravy coming. So I'm just doing the ice cream nutty sauce here. This is pure form, nothing watered down, no garbage, right? Oh, look at that. Let's just go for a hand mix. See there, starting to bind. So I'm going to now take my solid bag OMC lead and I'm going to mould a bit of paste around it, like so. Pasty lead going in, yeah. The bait mate goodness in. It's like a method ball inside a solid bag, which really, if you think about it, is a really logical thing to do. So we've got that, lead's in there, ice cream pellet. Oh, go on, get in there. A few 10 millers, put a few half boilies in, yeah. I'm going to go again for a little bit more. This is going to give us that cushion at the top of the bag, and that hole at the beginning of the process is for this, the patting down, to twist and turn. Bag, do the corners, do this corner. There you go. So this is not supposed to be aerodynamic, so I'm about to underarm it or over lob it to a little spot that I know is a winter holding area. There's my hook bait, pasty leads in there. I'll make a couple of little holes, you don't need many. I've got the air out now. Right, I'm going to actually put this rod out. I'm going to put this rod out so we're not just sitting here for the rest of the day doing stuff, okay? Is that all right? 1 of 1 reels, highest travel rod. But look, even with a solid bag on, look at how lovely they are for, do you know what I mean? They're beautiful blank. Serious tech bank. Right, so we are going to go just slightly to the right of this post. Perfect. Okay, well I believe that is finally 1 rod done. It's only taken us 7 years. A bite. What happened there? Oh, I think we're away already. Wait there. Yeah, we're away. Yeah, something small, I think. But look, solid bag anglers. Look there, look, paste still around the lead. Oh, where are you going? You want to go and net that way? Okay, we'll do it however you like. That was quick. But there's the... There you go, look, that's what I'm talking about, the paste and everything. All still on there, almost like a method feeder inside a solid bag. But it is a real edge. Look, it's so milky. Can you see the milk almost coming out of it? There we are. First carp of 2025. I do dearly hope they get bigger than this. But normally, Bazza, everyone, because I do videos here, they think it's dead easy. But no, because I try to explain to them, but they think because I come down this late, they think, oh, it must be really easy. Catches a 30-pounder every time he comes.
Chances are, as soon as you catch 1 fish, that's it.
Off,
goes off, doesn't it?
Off ski. Yeah, they are. They're spooky little rascals.
Yeah.
Today's first fish was small. Last time we had 3 in a
30.
But we had 3 in like an hour, didn't we? And then we pretty much stopped fishing. We're launching the bivvy bumper today. So doing Instagram at the minute, right? A true ring of light and Bluetooth bivvy vibes. Out now, the brand new bivvy bumper. Are you shaking still, Omar?
Yeah, slightly, yeah, trying to hold myself.
We've got a very nice fun now. Edit cover, add from camera roll. One of Omar's beautiful photos going in. Let's pick the profile grid. The legend that is currently holding the camera, who's a little beautiful genius of creativity. I always like to do the launch ones myself, especially when you've been involved with a product from start to finish. You feel it. You feel what's been involved. You know the technicalities, you know all the problems you face, what you've tried to make it achieve, the reasons behind it. So launches, I always like to type myself because you feel it in your soul. It's really hard to explain. I know I can't feel my fingers, but I can feel my soul. Your nose is dripping. It's so cold now. It's so cold. Well, you can't have a company in Essex and then not have your... Well, we have our Christmas dinner in January, so here we are at the world famous Sheesh in Chigwell. Here they are, look at this. Look, it's men everywhere. Go on, Adrian. All right, blood?
Hello, bruv. You all right?
I see you only make it out when there's a bit of grub in town.
Listen, what I'm happy with though is you finally had a haircut, mate.
I was going to grow it for the whole of this documentary, but then I thought actually I was starting to look about 900 years old. So I've gone back to 67 years old.
Oh, thanks. Castaway. That's what your beard would look like.
Look who else has made it out when there's a bit of grub in town.
The kosher nostra.
Oh yeah, it's the meat kosher. No,
I've got to eat some.
There you go, a lot of shiny heads here.
Too.
Here he is, Mr. Commercial. Are you elsewhere in this documentary? Yeah, in the office. Yeah. Oh, and of course, don't miss out the Ginger Wizard. So sheesh, Chickwell. Thank you, Dylan, for the lovely spread. He loves it. Look at this geezer. What, how old are you? Is it your 100th birthday next year? Is it your 100th next year? You've still got some energy in you, boy. He's got the old foaming mouth. He's still going. He's still going. Whatever. All in one ear. Are you gonna?
I am in Essex.
You're gonna quadruple drop. Man, I don't think he's gonna want his dinner this one. look at both of them, former PLC employees. Here he is. He's been in a cupboard. It's you're back. The last scene probably was of you at a table eating some food where you got let out the zoo.
First time I got let out, I'm normally locked upstairs, but now I'm in the garage.
Nick the backdrop of photography. Here he is, Sir Bridger. Lovely, weighing down the lights for the grand fishing adventure underwater. Retrospective interviews. No alcohol. I hadn't recorded that whole thing. I hadn't pressed the red button, so I turned it on and thought I pressed it. No, I'm not going. Right, so this is a very funny scene, but look, ladies and gents, these are actually real England caps. So
Robert, I never knew that.
You've never even looked at your caps. Look, this legend. I don't call him a legend much, but look, they put him on. Tommy Two Caps here. I thought he only ever got one cap for England, but he actually corrects me here. Now let's move the tassel. He played against Sweden in 2011, and he played against Hungary in 2010. Ironic actually, because you are always hungry.
Oh, yes.
I didn't press record again.
Did you not?
No, didn't press record again. That's twice I've done that.
Mate, you're not allowed that camera anymore, mate.
I know, it's happened to me. Today Bobby has turned into the... Bobby, we've been here 48 hours. Look at all the colours gone out of his skin and everything. Let's close this by going right. Open it, keep laughing really loud. We're gonna. No, keep it up. So I'm gonna come into your mouth for the cut. Ready?
Did I floss?
Yeah.
I'm gonna come into your mouth
with the camera.
Well, we're at the Essex Carp Show, and we do love a carp show. It is about 1:30, and this is the first opportunity, because it's been that busy, to actually talk to this camera, and that is what life at OMC is all about. Go, come on.
Cottingham Lakes. Well, we're set up now.
We are at Cottington Lakes in Kent. We're at, what's this, 2.5 acres, a good few fish in here, no excuses. See what we can do, eh? We've got a couple of days.
Yes, we'll get him.
Oh, that's great. Didn't film any of that. I didn't film any of that. He wasn't actually recording that whole time. See that red button?
Oh, you weren't recording?
No, the whole time.
You know, there is classes you can attend that show you how to... No, I'm going to get the rod back in play.
Of course you are, Rodders.
As we do. And catch another one.
Of course you are, Rodders.
One of our stems, which I really like.
Sample.
Sample, look at that. Pucker. Right, pop him in the edge. I need to then. He's lovely, isn't he?
Winter chocolate brownie, that one.
Right, first fish of the trip at Cottington Lake. Lake Christine, is it? Yeah. And to be fair, I've never been here before, so I took the advice of Kira, now our oppo, who fishes here quite regularly. Far margin, just off the reeds. We'll probably give him low 20s at best, but nice little solid bag, full of pellet and crumb. And just before first light, just followed a bream actually. Same rod, done a bream about an hour before. So using the marker knots and the little boat to position it correctly, or bang on, worked, didn't it? What a lovely carp. Thank you, Cottington. Right, we're going to create my little solid bag Ronnie rig. Okay, which I'm sure others do, but I use it a lot. So we want the cone V, hook.
That pattern you've loved, as long as I've known you, mate, you love that shape, don't you?
Curve hooks, yeah. It's okay. So there we go. Now in the back there, I've cut the ring off of this because I don't want excess metal work.
So that's a Vitabits spinner ring swivel, and Ian's cut the ring off to just make it basically a spinner swivel.
Yeah. Right.
And he's added that to the Colm V needle point. Yes, baby, you keep rolling.
Right, then we're going to slow him down there, just off there.
2.4 mil.
Yeah, and look how easily it slots over. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to be struggling to get it on there.
Yeah.
Don't make anything in carp fishing harder than it has to be. This is why a few of us catch quite a few. We don't tend to complicate things, right? So I'm not going to fight to put string tubing on, look, basically, cutting a long story short. Then we heat that up with our little prof lighter.
Whoa, that's some techers
yeah,
there.
Man.
Oh man, you do no kettle needed,
Give
man.
it a little kick there.
Yeah. And that angle's very important for you, Ian, isn't it?
I love it. I mean, even on the, when they straighten out a little bit, which they inevitably do on a rig ball, because I've got loads of these made up. Then, obviously, just before you put the hook link on, give it another little one of them and curl it around. I don't do it when I've got the hook link on, because obviously that will warm up.
Yeah.
And quite possibly melt the hook link.
Yeah, so all your heating and debating is done without the hook link attached in case you burn it off.
You burn the hook link. And I love the aggressive angle of that. Look.
Let's have a look.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it?
So it's sitting like a claw. The point's not directly parallel with the bottom,
Nope.
but it's also not sitting directly up, looking down. It's got it's a grabber.
And do you know what? It looks visually there like it shouldn't work as well as it does, because you have also closed the gape up on the hook. But that is my 90% of rig.
Yeah, to me, it looks that looks a beautiful angle there, Mr. Russell. So keep going. What's your next stage?
Next stage is the small
micro ring swivel.
Micro ring swivel on the shank.
Yep.
Like so.
Yep. And then you're going to take one of our long distance hook beads, which is below, I guess, under your palm. There you go, right there. It's got the worm brown ones here. Obviously, the original OGs were just like a translucent green. But I don't think Ian's going to lose any sleep putting a worm brown one on, and the fish certainly ain't going to care either.
We want that round there. Come on.
They're lovely and resistant, aren't they?
Mate, they're brilliant because they don't move. So many. I've used a lot of different ones over the years, as you have, and they move. You know, you give a real big wallop on the rod to get it 100 odd yards out, and they slip. And look.
There you go. So there's Ian's, well, for all intents and purposes, the spinner part of it all set up. Yep. So dead easy.
Now, because I'm making this up real short for a solid bag, £25 ammo. Little overhand knot there.
Yeah, so you go for an overhand, yeah? Lovely jubbly. Okay, mate.
Yep. So that's where we are at the moment, okay? Then we've got our tungsten bead.
Okay, yeah. These are, we do a dome sinker. Ian's got some old school ones kicking around in his tackle box that he uses to pull over his knots.
Yes. And that goes over that knot. Nice. Look how tidy that is.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all there. That gives you a counterbalance for whether you want to fish a pop-up or even if you decide to use a wafty. Don't you keep it the same?
The counterbalance definitely helps the rig drop down
over
the fish's lips. So yes, we've cut enough off to make this part easier as well. Don't scrimp with it and having to tie a knot with like a 1/4 inch of braid. So pop him through there.
Yep.
That.
It's a very short.
It's a lovely little solid bag rig. There you go. Straighten him out a little bit for you. That is lovely. I'm going to pop him on there because.
Yep. You got a prototype solid bags OMC stem there. Yep.
So we want you in there like so. Pop you in, as you can see there. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. That's it.
Then we nip that up there.
And that's just to
hold it in place
on the QC. So yeah, you could use a bit of anti-tangle sleeve.
You could use
lay that on your palm so I can look at it nice and close. That's it. Yeah, so you could use there a bit of anti-tangle sleeve or anything, but Ian just loves shrink. He just loves shrink tube. He just loves it. Just loves shrink tube.
Yeah, I am a shrink tube user. I'm a user of many types of shrink tube.
Do you fry shrink tube?
I do not fry shrink tube.
Do you have shrink tube for breakfast?
And then, right, and we cop a little bit of this.
Get flossed with Ian Russell.
Get flossed. Big time.
You're always ready to go. A match fishing great in carp fishing. a carp catching machine, and part of it is the prep, is it, Ian?
It's all prep, isn't it? It's all prep, mate. You've got to be ready, mate. You know, I need to have a rig back on the spot.
Yeah.
Almost before you've netted the fish you're playing. I'm that OCD, and you know how many years have you known me? The fish doesn't get lifted out of the water. The rig gets cut, which is as if I can't pop the hook in the net.
Yep.
Okay, and then the rod is back in play before that fish is lifted out of the water, and that is the finish, ready to go in the bag. Now I know the weight on that is going to bring that little 12 miller down, sit nicely there. Look at the angle of that hook.
Yep.
Simple, crazily effective.
Free line rig.
And easy to do. Isn't it?
Free line rig, isn't it?
Free line rig. No, we're going to have a free. All right then. If he's getting funny, we have. What we prepared earlier.
Mate, that would have stopped someone in their tracks thinking you're about to put that in there without the lead.
Well, that would have come when we do the bag. There we go. Look. Pop that out of there. Get that insert out of there. We'll pop it there, nice and easy.
All right, okay, so here he is.
Right, so we do that again then, shall we?
No, we
nice
like it. I like the banter about the free line rig. That's staying in, isn't it? It's funny.
Yeah.
Because there will be, genuinely, there will be kids that will watch that and think that, where's the lead? I would have when I was a kid.
You've never been a kid. You still are a kid.
Never grew up.
Right, rig's gone in.
Yeah, got it, mate.
Okay, right.
And you like, and you like your bag loaders, didn't you? You use different ones of them?
Well, I've got my bag loader.
Look at that. I thought you said I need to grow up.
I know. But this bag is so small, and I love these little tiny bags. To put the bag loader in, I drop the lead in the bag a lot before it should be dropped in the bag. So
you're using your dinner, spoon?
I'm using my dinner spoon.
Yeah.
The children's one. Right. Push that tube in back up there before we sink it in the pellet into there. Right. So that's where we are with that.
We've always had this level of banter ever since we.
And it will carry on forever.
As long as we've got banter in our veins.
As long as we've got banter in our bones.
Here he is. So he's now topping up. So Ian, you put the hook bait in first. Where is it because of the distance you're? Is it?
It's just something I've always done.
Yeah.
Even I mean, I'm not the best at long range fishing like some of my mates. So it serves its purpose for me, Ali.
Yep. And ultimately, that hook bait's when it melts, that's it's not no chance of being under the lead or above the lead or whatever. It's there, falls out, rolls out.
If they want it.
So you're a licker and sticker.
Beg your pardon.
Yeah, I think you are a licker.
We are going to lick and stick now. Ready?
Yeah, here it goes. Well, I'm on you here.
You on me?
Yeah. I could change to slow-mo for this moment, but oh, look at that.
We spin her around a few times.
There you go. And then a bit of corner tapping.
Bit of corner tapping.
Lovely.
A bit of wet on there. Pull him over. Stick him like glue. Right, that's where we are there, but we ain't finished yet. You have to puncture that bag, because if you don't, the air, and as it's starting to dissolve, that bag will swell up like a balloon, and it throws stuff everywhere, and I want it to dissolve as it's sitting there. And plus, bosh, a little bit of that goes in there, bit of nut oil before I throw it out, and there's your solid bag finished, mate. That's a good one.
Carp catching machine. Oh, it's a nice common.
Big fish, mate. Because it might not be a monster, but it's a lot bigger than what I had earlier. So there are 3 real big ones in there, aren't there? So we don't know. Let's wait until we.
Well, I saw it there. It looked like
it's a good fish, mate. It's good fish.
It made a dollop of a sound.
He's bigger than £10.
It's definitely bigger than £10. £11?
Maybe 11 and a half. There you go.
No. It's a good, decent one.
I think we're edging our bets on 11. 11 and £100. Somewhere in that middle.
Oh yeah.
That's a nice one, mate.
Here he is, Mr. Russell, 1 of 1 reels, 10-foot black pearl, and a pearler of a geezer.
Pearler of a fish, mate. Look at that. Come on, baby. Yeah.
There you go.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Just need him to stop.
Just stop swimming, mate.
Yeah, can you stop swimming, mate? Can you?
Oh yeah. Chunky monkey, that one, mate.
That's a chunky
Chunky
monkey.
monkey.
Might be a waiter, might he?
He's definitely a waiter, mate.
You reckon?
Yeah, he's also yours. What's that noise?
I don't know, but I just
you didn't
made
do
it.
that back in the
I
day.
just made it.
why we signed him up.
Late afternoon. Come on. Right.
Just Gabby stood there randomly. You can keep walking, Gab. Those in
You
front
got
of you.
stuck in the frame, isn't it?
Just stood there like Mr. Bean. He's gone all serious on me. He's talking about weighing things and everything. No, it's a weigher. He's a grower. No. It's a grower and a shower.
Man and boy, they've been after this fish. Man and boy, mate.
I-
my first
it
trip.
was a common, wasn't it?
It is a common, yeah.
Yeah.
When it first rolled,
I
thought,
weren't wearing my glasses either.
Is that fully scaled or is that not fully scaled? When Lee showed me the picture,
There is a
one of the
little
real
patch
big
on
ones,
it. There is a little patch on it. There is a little patch
Not
on
the
it.
naked common, is it?
No, there's a no.
Is there the naked? I don't know. I
it's
just
got
made that up.
the patch. It could be the patch common.
Could be the patch common, which is known to be over 65 pounds. Right.
There she is, the PB sling. But I don't think this is Ian Russell's PB. But it's his PB from Cottington.
Ton, I keep doing that. Cottington. Yes, it is my PB from Cottington.
Go.
Gold. Always believe in your soul. Good singer, aren't I?
You got a lovely voice.
I'm a good singer, mate.
You're a phenomenal carp angler, but I'd say an even better singer.
Mate, I was in the choir.
Yeah.
That's a true story. When I was in my early teens, my mum and dad put me in the choir in the local church. I think that's why I became a very rebellious teenager after that, Ali. So I was a naughty boy after that. Yes. Absolutely nailed.
There you go.
Lined and off twist, isn't it? Here we go, buddy. Whoa.
Right. Wait. Oh.
That's heavy.
That is heavy, boy. It is 33. It's basically it's 33.15 or 33 or 34 on
What
the
do you
nose.
want to call it?
Well, we could call it the patch 33. No, it's got bigger now. I'm giving you 34 on the nose. Talk to me. So what was it? Good battle?
Absolute belter. Yeah. Good battle. Straight away you knew it was a big... From the area against the margin, as the rod took off, great big swells on the surface. Because it's only about 4.5 foot there, and he's about 4 foot long. So
Look at that patch, lovely.
yeah, cracking common, mate. Couple of pictures, and we'll say good night.
In case this is the last fish of this
No, it will not be the last fish.
But just in case it is,
just in case it is,
yeah.
right.
Thank you. I hope you've enjoyed a month and a half in the life of One More Cast and the amazing addition of this legend in the game. And you can see why he's a legend, because he's very good at doing this, catching carp and entertaining people.
And loving it.
Loving it.
Smiling.
And more importantly, don't worry about me. Wait to these two who've been on the journey of a month and a half in the life of OMC since the beginning of this month. Can we just have some please roll on the summer.
Go that way, darling. I'm going to put your head out of the sling. There we go. That is a bruiser, mate. Well, do you know what, Ali? I was happy with the one this morning, but that...
Wait there. Do a Stephen Gerrard, mate. Kiss the lens, close the film.